Good day to you all. My name is Sison, and this is my presentation on how to combat homesickness. Firstly, I want you all to close your eyes for a moment and try to remember the feeling of walking into your home after a long day's work. Try to remember the scent of your kitchen, the comfort of your bed or couch, and the presence of your family. Now open your eyes. We come to the realization that this feeling of comfort is suddenly miles and miles away from us. We've all experienced it, that deep, constant yearning for familiarity, best described as homesickness. Here in the Philippines, where strong family bonds are ingrained in our culture, this feeling can quickly morph into frustration and isolation. And no one feels this more acutely than college freshmen who have had to move across the country to study here in the Ateneo de Manila University. Firstly, homesickness isn't just a sadness. It is a state of distress felt in a new and unfamiliar environment, often accompanied by a depressive mood. The impact this problem has on these students is severe. Studies have shown that students with intense homesickness often neglect their studies, leading to a drop in academic productivity and their concentration. It also prevents them from engaging with their classmates and peers, as well as participating in campus-related activities, limiting their ability to build crucial support networks that can sustain them throughout their college life. Moving on, the deepest pain this problem has comes from an abrupt withdrawal of support from one's family and community. As a student interviewee put it, moving away really took a toll on my mental health. At first, it felt as if I was completely shut off from them, them being my family. So, what's the natural reaction to solve this problem? Well, one might say it's to stay connected, of course. In the past, my interviewee tried to combat this by doing exactly as such. They would often send their family texts, update photos, and share even TikToks with them. They would do anything to bridge the gap between them. However, this failed. It only made their longing for home much, much worse. Why? Well, because simple interactions through texts or social media often act as a constant reminder of what the students are currently lacking in their life. So now what? If we can't go home whenever we want, and staying glued to our phones makes it worse, then what's the best solution here? Well, the solution is simple. It relies in two powerful yet simple steps: acceptance and action. Firstly, for acceptance, we must first acknowledge and accept the fact that we are homesick in order to properly solve it. Drawing this from the acceptance commitment therapy framework, we learn that being fully present with our internal discomfort, our homesickness, is the very first step towards addressing it. According to the interviewee, they found a profound sense of relief. In their words, it really helped me because it felt like I had no more homesickness left in me to feel. It is as if it had just passed by, like how a storm passes through in life. Secondly is action. The second step is to actively improve upon our situation instead of being stuck in this negative mindset. We must turn this new and unfamiliar environment from one of being a source of dread into a source of joy. And we can do this by doing activities, socializing, or even exploring the campus. This makes this unfamiliar environment feel more like a home and provide a sense of belongingness for the students. This solution is necessary, beneficial, and most importantly, feasible. Firstly, it's feasible because it's really simple. Any freshman can do this really. Anyone can explore the campus, interact with new students, and join organizations. Heck, even class activities force this interaction through pair works, group works, etc. Second is necessity. It attacks the problem at its core. Students create bonds and begin to feel a new sense of home by turning their environment, one that was unfamiliar at first, into their new home. And lastly, beneficiality. It directly mitigates the negative consequences of homesickness, reducing toll on academics, social life, and mental well-being. Finally, to add it all up, students struggling with homesickness must come to terms and accept the reality of their situation first and then solve it. By accepting the feeling and engaging with the campus and its people, they actively address the issue, alleviate its negative effects, and turn this new environment into one that encourages positivity and connection. That is all. Thank you for your time.